Hey guys, welcome to the very first raw, unscripted episode. You know, I kind of just got this idea over the weekend because I had hit my phone and I just started recording my thoughts and my feelings. And if you listened to my last episode, you would know that I take the time to thoroughly plan out my episodes and, I write things down, and I do follow somewhat of a script when I release my episodes, but this episode that you're about to hear is completely unscripted. It's very raw, it's off the cusp, in the moment, and, I just felt like those moments are also things that I want to share. I'm not gonna lie and say that I'm not completely terrified, because I am. This recording specifically is very vulnerable. I get emotional. I talk about the harsh feelings that I'm facing in my life right now currently. And I do want to preface by saying that this is not a cry for help. This is not, I'm being comfortable enough and vulnerable enough to put myself out there so others can relate or not feel like they're alone, if that makes sense. And I'm not posting this to gain pity or sympathy for what I'm going through. I think it's just important that people hear, I just think it's important that people hear that they're not alone, if that makes sense. So I would recommend that if you are not in a mental space to listen to something that could bring up triggers, I would not listen to this episode because it does get pretty deep. The other thing I want to mention too is that when I was speaking originally, just into my phone, I wasn't speaking from a lens of like other people are going to hear this. So it does I definitely drop a lot of things. I definitely drop a lot of things on to this audio chain. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you're not in a place to feel like you want to be dumped on, just don't listen to this episode, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I just really wanted to share with you guys, one of my most real, rawest moments, because that's what this podcast is all about. It's about being real and authentic, and I feel like if I don't, show those conversations, I'm not really being true to why I started this in the first place. So yeah, that's kind of why I wanted to start this new series, and I don't know how often it's going to happen, but when it does, just know it's unscripted. So okay, I'll let you guys get to this episode. I don't know, I just sometimes feel like scared of life. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, And it sucks because I want to feel like I have it all figured out. I want to feel like I'm taking all the right steps and I'm doing all the right things, but I never feel like I know what I'm doing. And it sucks. Like, I just want to be at a place where I'm comfortable to just have myself and hold myself and be comfortable with myself. And I think I seek out all these other fantasies to put myself in so that I can escape my own reality. And that's so crazy, but it's like, it's so frustrating because I try to escape to these other worlds because I don't like the life that I'm living. And that sucks because I feel like I'm doing good for my age, you know what I mean? Like, on the surface, it looks like everything is great. You know, I have a great family and I have a great job and I have great friends, and I'm like so grateful for everything that's around me and everything that's in my life. But internally, I feel like my world is just like a mess. I just feel like it's a mess. And it sucks because I'm like, I don't know how to clean this up. Because my life is moving so fast, I can barely have time to like even think about shit like this. And I just spent the whole day on my phone just like numbing myself from this reality that I found myself in, and I hate that. I don't want to be numb. I get to the weekends and I have to stimulate myself. I have to smoke or drink or have nicotine, and it's just so frustrating. I don't want to just be like numbing through my life. That's not something I want to do. It's so hard because I don't know how to change it. I feel so bored in my life. And I feel so broken, and I hate that like I can sit here and have these really introspective conversations with myself on like all this higher knowing and like what I know life is supposed to be and like how I feel it because I know that it's real, if that makes sense. But it's like, it's so hard to really sit back and look at the harder things, because I am super unhappy right now, and it's like just coming to that realization and like reflecting and being like, oh my God, like I'm not happy right now. Like, I'm happy in some ways, you know what I mean? Like I said, I'm happy that I have these people around me, and I have my family, and I have my job, and I have all these things, but it's like, why is this not bringing me happiness? Like, why do I still feel like something's missing? Why do I feel like I need to fill that with a partner, with a man at that? And it's like, why do I feel like that is going to be the deciding piece? Like, once I have that, I'll be happy. It's like, no, because I have all these other things. That should be enough. Like, why, like, is that like something we do? Is that something we'll always feel, is like the wanting and yearning for something more? Like, does that ever go away? I don't know. I would love to know, because I just feel like I'm always find myself wanting more than I have. And God, it's so frustrating. I just want to be in a space where I don't think this much about everything. And I think it does suck because I know I am lonely.
I see people around me in relationships all the time. And I'm happy for them. And I think the moment anyone puts attention on me, I'm like eating it up. And it's so disgusting that I'm like that. It's like, oh my God. I just want somebody to approach me with intention. I want somebody to see me for who I am and respect that. I want to have to feel uncomfortable around them. I want it to be natural. I don't want to have to feel like I need to be some type of way. And that's how, like, I just know I'm not, like, fully healed yet. And I don't know if I'll, like, ever be fully healed. But I'm so scared that, like, my masculinity as a woman is going to scare a man off. And it terrifies me every day. And I'm like, I don't even know if I even want to be with a man or with a woman or, you know, I've been working through my sexuality, I feel like, my whole life. And it sucks because, like, I really just want to value another person and just be with another person and whatever, whoever that may be. Sometimes I think I only want a man for the aesthetic of having a man. But then other times I think, but I actually do think I want a man, you know? I just want a partner. I just feel like I have amazing abandonment issues. Like, they're just so giant. And I think that's why I cling on to my relationship so hard, because I feel like I get really close to somebody and then I lean on them too much and I expect too much from them, and I hate doing that because I always feel like I get disappointed. And it sucks. And I'm like, I just wish we were taught how to navigate, like, relationships too with other people. There's so much that we don't learn, that we get fucked up about in our adult life, because we're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, how do I navigate these situations? Why wasn't I given the tools to navigate these situations? And it's like, because adults don't even know. It's like, why are we teaching children how to navigate this shit? It's just so frustrating. I feel like it's something new every day that I feel like I have to conquer on my own. That's what it feels like. And what's crazy is that I know everybody's going through this. I know everybody at this age is feeling the pressures of society and, you know, just the pressure of being in a relationship, the pressure of making money, the pressure of being an adult. I mean, there's all these things that you just get pushed onto you in your early 20s and in your mid 20s, and it sucks because you don't even know what's going on half the time. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I graduated college fucking 4 years ago? What do you mean? Like, I'm like, what? I'm so confused. Like, how the fuck did we get here? And it's just so frustrating because you feel alone and you feel like you need to navigate this storm alone. And that's why I think I cling on to people, because it's easier to know that somebody is going to be there and to lean and just put all of your trust into somebody. It's so much easier to trust that that person is going to be there no matter fucking what. And I hate doing that because I always get disappointed. And I don't necessarily think it's the other person's fault either, because everybody's on their own journey and everybody has the right to do whatever the fuck they want, basically. And I don't know. I've done a lot of work on myself, and I am very consistent throughout the week, but I just need to learn how to be more disciplined overall in my life and really take it back. I feel like we give up so much once you become an adult. You give up your freedom to make wild and crazy decisions. You feel more pressure to not make mistakes, because if you make a mistake, the mistake is now your own, and it doesn't really fall on anybody else but yourself, you know? When you're a kid and you make a mistake and you get in trouble, you know, you have consequences, but you still have everything you need, you know? For the most part. I don't want to speak for everybody. Let me be very clear. But when you make a mistake as a kid, you still have the clothes on your back for the most part. You still have the people around you. You just, you know, you deal with whatever the consequences are. But once you get older, that pressure, those stakes, they get heavier and heavier. And to fuck it up would be to deal with consequences that are bigger than you think you can handle. Am I making sense? I don't know. I think as a kid, for me, I was always so terrified to do anything against my parents' wishes. I wasn't your typical teenager, you know. I didn't sneak out all the time. I did sometimes. I'm not saying I never did that. Like, there were times when I did stupid teenager shit. Like, I don't have those crazy stories from high school, you know, like, I never got drunk on a weeknight and showed up to school fucking wasted. I never, you know, went to a big-ass bonfire in the middle of fuck-ass nowhere and got drunk as fuck and did crazy shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was never my story. And I was always so terrified to, like, even step outside of my house, because I know I respected my parents growing up, for sure, but I was also just, like, terrified to make a mistake in their eyes. And I was terrified to make a mistake for my brother. I felt like I had to be perfect for everybody, and that if I didn't do certain things, I was never going to amount to anything. And that's fucking terrible, and it's just, like, so much pain, I feel like, to work through. So I feel like I need to be this exceptional human being and make no mistakes, and it's hard. Being an adult is so fucking hard. And it feels harder when you don't have somebody you can lean on that knows what you're going through and, like, can support you in a partner way. And it just sucks, because I feel like I haven't had a healthy partner. And I don't know what it means to, like, be in a healthy relationship with somebody. Like, I know I've seen that through my parents, but, like, I've never, like, lived and experienced it. And I think it's just something that I want so bad, because it's something that I don't have. That I see so many people around me having, and whether, you know, they have their own issues and they get through things and they, you know. And I go back and forth with it because I love my independence. I love not having to, like, worry about anybody, but it's just like, damn, like, I want somebody to bring me home a rose, you know, like, I want somebody who I can work out with. I want somebody who I can be creative with and goofy with, and I just want somebody to share those experiences with. And it just sucks, dude. It just sucks so bad. And like, I just want to be loved. I mean, doesn't everybody just want to be loved? And I just like want to know what that experience is like so bad. And it just sucks because I'm like, is it me? And I'm like, do I just not like love myself enough? Like, why do I even care? It'll happen when you least expect it. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm so tired of hearing that advice from everybody. It'll happen when you least expect it. Shut the fuck up. Like, I don't even want to talk to you. Bye. It's like so annoying. Yeah, and I've just been feeling it more and more lately, and I don't know, it just makes me sad, and I don't want to be sad. I just want to be comfortable with myself, but it's like, fuck. I know. I just want somebody to like bring out other things in me too. Probably just need to go to therapy, honestly. Like, honestly. I just want to uncover like deeper things about who I am, and sometimes I feel like I can't always get there with just myself, and I like to think that I'm capable of doing those things, and I think that I am to some extent because I am very like self-reflective and self-aware, but there's just deeper things that I need to unpack that I just don't think I can do by myself. I hate being an adult, dude. Just wish I could go back to being a kid when everything was innocent and everything you didn't know shit about fuck. And your needs were taken care of. You didn't have to fucking do nothing. Well, this has been going on for far too long, so. Oh, I guess it's only been 25 minutes. That's crazy. It felt like 40, but it is what it is, and I got emotional, and it is fine. And if I've turned this into a podcast episode, this was just me being vulnerable and deep and talking about the reality that life is, and it sucks sometimes, and I think it can be really hard to even recognize that you're struggling given the fucking rat race that we're in, you know. And I just think I want to put this out as a PSA and as a reminder to people that, like, there might be people who seem like they have it all together and they have it all figured out, but that doesn't mean that they're not internally struggling in some way. And I don't really like to put levels to what somebody's going through. I think that if you're going through something, you're going through something, and it's valid, you know? Whether it be big or small on the scale of things, you know? That doesn't matter. That part does not matter. At the end of the day, you're still going through it. You're still feeling some type of way about it. So, therefore, it's valid. And at the end of the day, if there's just one person out there, you're not alone, you know? You're not alone, because this shit is super whack, and it's super hard to navigate by yourself, and I'm here for you, you know? Like, I hear you. Because I feel the same way, and maybe we're all just fucked up, and maybe we need, you know, therapy and to work through our own traumas, but it doesn't mean we can't be open and transparent about it, because I think what I'm going through and what I'm feeling is something that everyone in their 20s feels at some point or another. And I guess the last thing I want to say is We need you. You, whether you think it or not, have so much value in this life and value to the people around you. Don't forget that. Your presence matters so much. So, I guess I will see you guys next week, and thank you for tuning into Raw this week. See you guys later. Bye.